Often when you go online and you look for advice how to deal with dangerous people from your past that resurface in your life, they call it hoovering. You have many articles talking about hoovering of the narcissist. Now, there's nothing wrong with being aware of the hoovering phenomena because it's real. And let me tell you, as I told you before in another video, hoovering is a demonic thing. Okay? It's demons that hoover around you and they use humans to do it. Alright? Now, in this video, I'm not going to talk about hoovering. I'm talking about another method that demons use to draw people, especially small groups, into destruction. And I call it paranormal fishing because I need to have a term for you to grasp it. It's called, I give this label, paranormal fishing, and I'm telling you, don't fall for it. Because I don't want you to fall for it, nor for the destruction that will come, it's my responsibility to explain this method that demons use onto you. It has been used on me on multiple occasions. However, I was alert, and I know that something was wrong. Okay, first let me give a parable onto you. Well, it's not really a parable, it's a short movie I saw online. Okay, it's an animation. I don't know the name of it anymore. It was a random clip that was suggested onto me on YouTube. And animation went like this. You have this fisherman. He goes with his small bait to a big lake. He throws his angle into the lake, hoping to catch a fish. He sits there for hours, literally hours. No fish at all. There are fish swimming around, but none fall for his bait. So after a while, he decides, you know what, I better give up. He gets tired, and when he stands up, he sees something shining from far off in some bushes. He thinks, what's shining over there? He, getting curious, walks towards the bush. And when he walks towards the bush, he steps into it and sees, whoa, this is a globet. This is a what's the name in English again? This is like a can of gold. That's the best way I can describe it. And he thinks, you know what? Let me pick this up because it's pure gold. It shines. The guy thinks I'm a poor fisherman. I find gold here. This is great. This is a blessing. He grabs it. Now, the moment he grabs it, he's thrown into the lake. Why there was a line attached to that piece of gold, to that can. He grabs it and then he's thrown into the water very quickly. And he ends up at a shipwreck on the bottom of that lake. And then he realized, no, man, this isn't a lake because there's a shipwreck over here. He thought it was a lake, but it's really a bay that's closed off by some landscape at the other side. So he is down there at the bottom of that bay, which he found out was not a lake. And there was this shipwreck over there, but there was also skeletons, human skeletons here and there. And the guy was thinking, what's going on here? And then suddenly this big monstrous fish comes, eats him up. Then at the end of the animation, you see that fish, that monstrous fish, jumping in the air above the lake and throwing that can of gold into the bush again. So what's the message of that animation? It wasn't a serious one. It was just probably some students that was practicing and he made such an animation. But the message was really simple. That guy came to fish over there. He was not aware that someone was fishing on him. This entity in the water wanted to consume him and kill him. So the entity had to draw his attention with something that was relevant onto it. It was a poor fisherman, right? There's a can of gold. You go over there, grab the can, you throw it into the water, and the monster eats you. Now, that's really what paranormal fishing comes down to. It's when a demonic entity or a group of demons want to lead you into destruction, and they're using something that appears relevant to you to draw you in. They're really fishing you. Okay? But when they're fishing you, if you're not alert, if you're not watchful, you won't notice it's a bait. Alright? Because the demons know they can't hoover with people from your past. You won't take it. Or if they hoover with people that you don't know, strangers, but have similar traits as those in your past, you may capture it. So what they do, those demons, is they evaluate your circumstances. They ask other demons to work for them and find out what's going on with you and what your needs are, or what's bothering, what's frustrating you. And then they come up with a plan, with an operation, how to lure you in. Let's say that you just divorced a narcissist. Okay, you're a divorced narcissist and now you are on your own, but still long for companionship. And suddenly you're at the bus station and this stranger stands over there. The stranger says hi, begins to talk with you, and the stranger suddenly asks when you're dating or when you're married or something like that, suddenly out of the blue. The stranger itself wears a wedding ring because he's married, but then you ask, why did he ask that question about where I was with someone? When you asked that question, you were triggered on the inside because that was an issue you were going through. He had no idea you were going through that issue, so that's why you're confused. Then you think, how can he ask this question? Is he aware of me? Does he know me? Or what's going on? You are being fished by demon spirits. The demons know what you're going through. That individual don't. The individual doesn't. But they are telepathically transmitting this question into the individual's brain. So the individual thinks it's him thinking that those thoughts, so the individual asks you the question. And when your questions asked, you are triggered. That's what demons want, that you would be triggered. Because once you're triggered in those seconds of confusion, it's then the demons try to get hold of your energy field. Now, if you get upset, thinking who does this individual think he is, asking such a private question, you're already hooked. Because now you're meditating in the negative against that stranger. That stranger may be upset, thinking, what are you doing wrong? The individual didn't do anything wrong. It were demon spirits use an individual to get a hook on you. And in this case, it worked. So now you go home, you never meet a stranger again. But what happens? You becoming upset because you felt violated, that opened a door. That gave an opening in your energy field for the demons to have a hold on you. So now demons have this, what they call silver cord, this invisible attachment that is invisible towards us on your energy field. Now they can use this invisible line to draw you to places, to draw you to circumstances, to certain people. So you may sense that you're attracted to be in the company of certain people, and you don't even know why. What has happened? You've been fished by the paranormal. And now the demon spirits are drawing you into dangerous circumstances to kill you. That's why pay attention to the questions people ask you. If you're going through something that bothers you and a stranger suddenly asks a question related to what you're going through, it is because evil spirits are using an individual to hook you. Demons know this, what you're sensitive to. And they know how to use people to trigger what's sensitive. Don't you know that paranormal fishing is the way many men and women got involved in narcissistic marriages in which they were almost killed? Don't you know that paranormal fishing is how many people go from one bad friendship to another, from one toxic relationship or one toxic environment to another toxic environment? They are being fished upon. What I'm saying, the demons are fishing on them. The demons are hooking them. Well, this method, paranormal fishing, it happens all the time. But it's something that happens in such a way that people don't notice there's an operation going on. Or there's another way how paranormal fishing may operate. You had good contact with someone. Someone came into your life. It doesn't have to be anything romantic, anything very close. You had good contact with someone. You had positive attention. The other received it. Others was happy also. Then suddenly that individual seems to become distant towards you, and the individual disappears. You think, who cares? You moved on. Now what happened there? That sudden change in the individual's behavior, it was caused by demons. Why did the demons do that? Because the demons know that it will leave a small trauma behind with you. That sudden change out of the blue. The demons know that you will throw it behind you and move on. So the demons know they can't get you to get off that individual, because you won't do that. But nevertheless, the demons know that you have a lack of understanding. The demons know that you don't realize that when an individual does something like that to you, that will leave a shock behind in you. And this shock, unless it's dealt with in a Christ-centered manner, it will be an open door for demons to hook you. That's why you have people who suddenly disappear from around you. Later you meet them and they're completely fine with you, and you think, what happens? It's demons using those individuals to hook you. It's paranormal fishing. That is how they do it. Many of you never heard a message like this. Many of you were never taught this in church. Well, I'm teaching it to you. And here's another thing. Many of those churches, some say Babylon churches, are being used by evil spirits to hook people. Babylon churches are the tools demons use when they're paranormally fishing on the souls of men and the souls of women. They don't just use individuals, they use organizations also, especially Babylon churches. Look, the moment you sense that someone is behind something, but you can't see that someone, the moment you sense that, then most likely you're dealing with paranormal fishing. There's some unclean spirit that wants to trap you into something. Sometimes the demons will use a friendly individual who has no harm intended towards you whatsoever, but they will use this individual to hook you. Because the demons know it's a friendly individual with no bad intention towards you. You will appreciate that. You'll open yourself to it. But there's the thing. That individual who has no harm intended to you has a lot of issues he or she doesn't see. Because they're blind to their own issues, demons can use them now. So the demons are using that individual so that you will open yourself up to that individual. And because you've opened yourself up to that individual, you get acclimatized to that individual. And after a while, the demons now are using that individual you've opened yourself up to draw dangerous people onto that individual. But the demons don't draw those individuals onto their tool to harm their tool. They're drawing back individuals onto their tool to redirect them towards you. For example, you can be Celine and you have Ellie, one of your friends that you met a year ago. You grew close, you're finding one another, there's no bad blood, none of that. But Ellie has unresolved childhood issues, and she tends to date guys who also have similar issues, who tend to become violent. So the demons now are using this Ellie to make you comfortable. Meanwhile, Ellie, who talks often about you to her dates, because she's so happy that you're in her life, and those dates get frustrated and irritated. And now those dates, some of those guys may develop bad intentions towards you. That's how the demons used Ellie to fish you and to draw you in danger. Did Ellie intend to endanger you? No, Ellie was just the ignorant vessel being used by demons to fish on you. That's why look at the bigger picture. Always remain in prayer, and above all, agree with Christ.